see how far we can get this time. Maybe we will actually get some real action instead of doing all the talking. Alright, so let's see what all we have. I can't remember everything. The information broker, Stellar Bay, Groundbreaker, and Fallbrook. So I guess I'm going to Fallbrook for that. Lilia hasn't heard from her agent in Stellar Bay. Finds Sweetheart Cakes in Cascadia on Monarch. Which I think is part of Stellar Bay, because I think Stellar Bay's in Monarch. Viker Max is tracked down. Fallbrook. Okay. Alright.
From my pills.
As soon as I get on, eat. I wasn't hungry. Sorry, I have a bit of a morning cough today. My apologies. It's pretty trying to get it to beforehand, but it is my unfortunate. I like Parvati. She's like the cutest little thing. Ellie, on the other hand, is a little strange. Like, trying to act strong, but so vulnerable at the same time. Almost reliant on other people. But not wanting to seem like she's relying on other people. It's weird. Nice. Oh god, is this where... Oh. Ew. Oh, that's a small there. What's wrong with Stellar Bay? Eh. Oh. Is there somebody around? There's nobody around. Oh, and I haven't watched the last video. We found out that Vicar Max, he used to be in prison. And he found his true calling to understand the workings of the Grand Clan. Which is a little weird, I have to say. You know, it's definitely different. I accept it, To be honest, I like it a little bit more than, your average priest, but it's a bit on the strange side. Like, I don't know how to feel about him. I don't know if he's going to, like, screw me over later, or if he's just going to help me out through this whole thing. Ah. Hello.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
The Yacht Club. Can I go to the Yacht Club?
Don't
So I
think
can
I've seen
be
you around.
Yatchity?
That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Well, that is my right next to you.
See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
Yeah, takes some
Say
to
that.
scare me.
Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic, us being cut off by and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell.
Captain
There's
Paul
one for the logs.
Rude.
I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls.
Yeah.
Mostly. Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, then can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are... They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
I'm guessing that's their
Mr.
version of
Sandra will be
Captain
mighty
Crunch.
pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment. Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? That's Bertie
Sounds so
Holcomb.
perverted.
Only one of the girl hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family at Rizzo's. I never got to meet.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
But
On
why is
account
he
of him
called the
being
Black
the best
Hole?
hacker who ever played, nothing gets by him. He sucks up every ball that comes his way.
Yeah, maybe
Well,
word that
Holcomb's had a lot of
differently.
nicknames over his career. Used to be the tallywhacker on account of what he'd do to the score. Before that, he was the slick stick, because his shots were always so smooth. I
Yeah,
swear
you're
I'm
making
not.
this up.
At the start of his career, people called him boss, but no one thought that was very catchy. I couldn't
I need
really
to hear
say
more
I'm just a
on
fan
this.
of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now. Thanks a
Sure,
bunch.
might as well.
Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in any of my other videos, but I do not use the RB very often. I try not to use it. Reason why is because when I started playing this, I found out that my wife could not handle it. She has a slight epileptic disorder, so
What do you think you're doing? You're lucky I've already filled my quota.
what? How did you fill your quota if nobody comes here? Okay.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peels,
But
the
anyway,
worker earns his
she doesn't
meals.
like the whole
What are you
RB
talking
thing. It
about?
messes with her head.
Sorry,
So
I thought you were quoting.
I
It's a wonderful director.
try not to use it even with her not around. Just because it also presents a challenge. You know, that whole little thing, it makes it to where I like you can slow down time and everything. So I try not to use it. Besides, it gives me more room to grow in other sections of the game. I also don't do mods very often on my weapons because I always like to save them for the super weapons, basically. Like when I'm actually reaching close to endgame. That way, if I ever have something that needs to be bought, I can literally just sell them, sell duplicates of the mods, and I'll still be fine by the time I reach endgame. Several phrases have been marked off. Right between the eyes, there were 4 of them. That rapt was this big. Took it down with one shot. Buy me a drink. Nyoka Bartok bingo sheet. Bingo sheet. A bingo sheet. That's what that is. A bingo sheet. Why? Why? That makes no sense. get any valuable information from these guys. Aw, I can't play it. You suck. Hey! It's a Caleb.
Tough? Waving that thing around?
Yes.
What do you think you're doing?
You know what? I'll
You
play
know,
forward.
you made a real generous argument.
Yes. Yes, I did. That good. Even though I'd love to take one of these beer kegs. It's a resident. Alright, before we get any further, start with just going from the bottom and going up.
Wrapped mask and painted eyes, right here.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You
What?
look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Mostly fresh.
I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Mr. Pickett? Franklin Pickett from Edgewater?
That's him. He'd been here years, but he always talked about going back to Edgewater one day.
Eh?
Sure. Mr. Pickett used to run the community center outside Edgewater. He had this grand idea to make it a museum for halcyon life. As my dad told it, Mr. Pickett was always going on about Get Queen for the last display. He left the Vale, gosh, years ago.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Mantiqueens, especially. Sure, they're real big. Hard to miss them.
Yeah. They're really hard to kill, too.
Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Captain, can we look for him? I'd feel awful if somebody from home was in trouble and we didn't do nothing.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr.
course.
Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
Deal.
Thanks, Captain.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mantiqueen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there, too. Yeah, you find him yet? I sent him past the ruins just south of town. He was hunting for a Mantiqueen out there.
Just south of town. Okay.
Oh, good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you? All sales are final, unless you threaten.
Stretch.
I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
Plasma carbides. Just Inferno Scythe. It's a 286 toss ball stick. 340. Dang. MSI light pistol. MSI shotgun. Purchase this restricted stock. So maybe I just have to be in the good standings with the MSI and then I can unlock that. It's a good possibility. Junk. So junk. Why am I moving? I'm not moving. Zhang's to-do list. 1. Clean dead mantis swarms from air filters. 2. Purchase gaskets. Do not buy from Sebastian again. Those look like they'd been sitting in a rap's belly. I mean... Get fish oil from... Velma? Is that It is Velma. Ask Catherine for resupply. Bother Sanjar about walls. If Velma's not standing next to a Freddy, I'm gonna be really pissed.
Help! Someone's been killed!
What?
I think I'm gonna be sick. No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is.
Lower one on the right.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
What a gruesome way to die.
Tossball betting slip. This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from Left Field Tossball betting. Left field. What? Hastily packed suitcase. Several ragged outfits, all the same cut and color, were stuffed into this suitcase. So this guy was trying to pack to get out of town because of a piss poor betting streak. Okay. It's nice that I get to buy these now. Hold up, what? Sorry to bother you about this, but something foul is leaking from the apartment upstairs. I don't know what is keeping up there, but you, right? Do you think you could... Can you please try to keep your windows shut? As I've tried to explain, leaving them open, especially when you've got food out, invites mantis swarms, and a mantis swarm infestation is everyone's problem. Yes, it is. I could definitely vouch for that. Those things hurt. I know you keep odd hours. I know because I've heard you coming and going at all times of the day and night. Haha. But maybe you could try to close your door a little bit more quietly. I have rather sensitive nerves, and every time I hear your door, I think we're in the middle of another Amber Heights. Interesting. 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 Go upstairs.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about Mosley colonists, you'd be thankful.
I don't really need to steal that though. Is it Lara? Out for deliveries. Dropping a care package off with the Mathers or Mothers? Mathers? Mathers. In the old ruins south of Stellar Bay. Be back soon. Lara, I know you're reading this. Stay out of my things. What? What? What?
You startled me. Don't sneak up on it, huh? You again! You've that.
You seem like you're up to no good. Snooping. What are you doing to that person's oven? Why is that crooked? Like, if you're gonna have a plate on the wall, at least make it friggin' straight. Jeez. Alright, Mr. Pickett's biggest game.
Please, I need your help. I can pay. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Takes a minute, lady.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe? Run away! He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't go and find my boy.
Fine, Parvati.
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand
Is
how
this another person
dangerous
for
it
me?
is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up for I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Lady, you can't shelter your kids, man. That's how my sisters are. They're the most awkwardly social world, but I love them to death.
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sandra to put a stop to them, but did he? No.
Oh.
And
Is it those
now I
freaking
just
weird
know
preaching
my
people?
boys run
Like
off to
cult?
Amber Heights. That is, if a manta queen
shit.
hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
Shut up, lady. You're worried about nothing. God, you're like those people that watch nothing but freaking crime shows all freaking day, every day. Jeez.
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who listened. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head. That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts. Or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
You have a very vivid imagination, lady.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
You definitely will. Smack some people upside the head. Definitely do that. Interesting. Don't really need the flame.
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real grouchy. Time?
I'm not grouchy, I'm just irritated in questions.
Yeah, see, when you say that, it makes me wonder.
That's great. Alright. Let's do this. Yay. 29, nice. But I think all my people are at 30 years, aren't they? Ah! Keep on pressing the start button instead of the select button. Alright. Inventory. 30, 26. So... need any helmet that's above 26. Because I think I have everybody else with something better than me. 38, 38. 76. Yeah, so I just need to find find like stuff that's over 30. Fine. And in fact, since I'm here, I might as well get rid of stuff that's lower.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Most people
I
don't.
didn't mean to startle you.
Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves. Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right.
Oversized.
This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
3,000 bits?
What? No, Captain, I do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the out. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without putting myself out of business. Sure, just let me know.
Okay. Alright.
Lucky you.
Looks like I got a lot of selling to do. Oh, and lady, I can't cover that, like, with how my funds are looking right now. I can't not freaking... How did I lose so much? I thought I had like 3,000. See, that's the reason why I keep these mods. Like, I barely just got that. I barely just got that.
Hey, I saw that!
I see you stuck
They did.
around. If you got the bits, check the menu for the latest prices. Inflation's out here. I'm mighty glad you reckon so.
Boom.
This is gonna take about an hour in the oven. Nothing I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking works.
Yay.
There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure
Oh,
to
yeah.
help such a charming young lady. You're a gentle soul, miss. Be careful with this one, all right? He's kind of a brute.
What do you think you're doing?
I was just
keep your
leaving.
fingers to your own self, okay?
Found a flaw in you, paranoid. Repeatedly getting caught by guards has made you jittery. Doubly so when roaming around restricted areas or sneaking. Personality attributes -1. Do I want that though? Personality attributes. Let's say no, because I don't know if that's like -1 to one thing or if it's like to a lot of things and like makes it to where I can't do as much as I would like. Q out bar. Well, my mama always said knock you out. Damn it, now that's stuck in my head. Cool. God dang it. I'm sorry, but that's probably going to come up a couple of times now that I've said it. I love the song, but like it's just one of those songs that I don't know a lot on, so I only know that one, like the chorus, and that's it. I guess that's what you would call it. I mean, I wouldn't call it that. I don't know what I'm doing. Because I need all the things now. I am completely out of money, so I need to do all the things. Ah! My leg! Glad that's not a permanent thing, though. I mean, granted, like, there was a flaw that I had not too long ago that could have made that happen, but... just glad it's not.
Ooh, you're the new
Are
face.
you staring at a
wow,
broken screen?
you must be up on all the latest Tossball games. So who do you follow?
Nope.
Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No. H. Mammoths.
was a time to watch grown men and women hit balls.
Everyone
with
needs a good
sticks.
diversion. That's what keeps you from thinking about the marauders outside town. The raptidons chewing at the walls. Tossball's just about the only
That's
good
why
news
you
we get
murder
around
them all.
here. When our frequency's not too clogged up anyway.
If you've
So,
got a
what can I
problem,
do
deal
for
with
you?
it. You don't distract yourself from it, you deal with it.
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
Alright.
They were pretty distinct. Monarch doesn't exactly have a thriving dental industry, and Isaac seemed to get stuck in all sorts of bad habits, dietary and otherwise. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter, other times he'd keep betting on a losing team, started owing the wrong people money.
So me with a betting, with a really bad betting habit. Okay.
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Behind the yacht club.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Employee login. Hack. Welcome, E. Williams. Please select from the following menu options. Patient records. Please enter the name of the patient whose records you view. Paul Rude. Patient not found. Please try again. Data storage. E. Williams. Notes from experiments as conducted by Dr. E. Williams. Reacticism plus pep you up. I had hypothesized that this combination might awaken my mind and senses to the greater realities around us. If that is true, then it seems my faculties were quite overwhelmed in this instance. Shortly after the dosage, I experienced cold sweats, tremors, and mild paranoia. It is perhaps due to these latter effects that most of my notes from the episode are of little use. Nevertheless, the effects were most invigorating. I will have to attempt a milder dosage once heart palpitations subside. See, that sounds like every crackhead I've ever known before they became crackheads. They've tried a couple of drugs and they're like, oh, I'm gonna try this one now because it should unlock the things in my mind. And then, there is no mind anymore. It has been lost. After my previous experiments, I theorized that deadening the external senses might allow the mind's eye to glimpse the eternal. Alas, I was only partially successful. The combination of substances quickly rendered me both blind and feeble. So much so that I soon fell into a stupor. I awoke some hours later in a pile of my own sick and a most curious craving for Tilleritos. It sounds like you've been smoking some Synthed. Like, no. Hell no. Triple dosage. Searching. File empty. Apparently you... Hey, Edwards. Oh. Okay. Stellar Bride. She's a wide-eyed colonist from Earth. This sounds like a song. She's a wide-eyed colonist from Earth. He's a hard-working Saltuna farmer from Monarch. Their attraction blossoms into a whirlwind romance that transforms Stellar Bay. Chapter 3, a long way from Arkansas. So, well, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if there's. God dang it! Employee login. Boom. Data storage. A. Edwards. Chapter 2. I need to stop doing that. Data storage. A. Edwards. What number 3? What? What? But I want a whole book, not just like a chapter. Like, at least give me chapter 1, like not chapter 34. That's just messed up.
If Velma's capable of running the same house, she can certainly pick up her own cathanoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brack's missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like. Hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Somebody's got a pounding for
Hello,
Frederick.
Dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can
Oh,
Auntie
dear God,
Abigail
no.
do for you? Yes, indeed. Someone's got to keep Stellar Bay's people healthy and sized.
You're kind of creepy.
Oh, but I am. I get to see plenty of my neighbors here, and I do dearly love a little gossip. She works over at the fishery next door. Quite the hard worker, but she's got a bit of a temper. Why, just the other day, I heard her shouting from here. I can't imagine we're off. Oh, but here I go again, running my mouth when it's none of my business. Was there something else you needed?
No, not really. Just for you to stop being so creepy.
Velma seen out of sorts to you? She's always cranky. No, I mean, more than
Like, even the chick from Serenity was able to hold herself better than that. Like, I understand you're in the middle of space and things are a little scarce, but can you not harass your clients there? That's just no. Especially for me. Like, no, I don't want any. Pescatological incision implement. The fish saw could use a good cleaning. Oh, why have I itch on my ankle? Hey, Velma.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. If you're that friendly about it, then you definitely aren't one of Catherine's sublight toughs. My mistake. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind? Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts. We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the salt tuna, fat, and mostly tumor-free.
So you leave him be because he can actually do his job. That sounds like a nice time.
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer. Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
Oh, hell no.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Can we not talk about somebody that is named Caleb? That's weird. What? What? Why? Why is this place such a maze? Plasma launcher. Transition to Stellar Bay Ruins. Sublight ID cartridge. It's gonna come in nifty later on. I can bet money on it. That is gonna be something I need. Wait, yourself back up. Guessing that's the exit. I expect something to say heavy grade would actually be worth it, but no. Apparently not. Bypass! Braxton Hex files are filled with Saltuna breeding charts, various pharmacological formulae, musings on why Saltuna seem to prefer Borston beans over plain Borswurst. The fish in tank 23A are looking a little lumpy. If you're not going to make it in, that's fine, but you have to let me know so I can stay on top of the doses. We really need to talk about the Saltuna situation. I've had to let 4 batches rot in the warehouse over the last 2 months because we're not finding buyers. I know the situation with the board puts us in a tough spot, but we need to start thinking about how we're going to keep Stellar Bay afloat if we can't get sales up. Seriously, where are you? You've missed 3 shifts. This is getting ridiculous, even. That's messed up. It's a pretty big tuna. Like, you know, looking like a gigantic saltine.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Productivity has continued to improve since relaxing MSI's old restrictions and making allowances for employees' benefits such as time off for illness, personal leave, 24.9% reduction in shift length, and 52% more positive feedback. Fishery output is up 15.2% this year, showing a continuing but slowing growth trend. Decreased gains compared to previous years are likely due to the deterioration of materials and morale. Occasional shortfalls in our supplies and loss of personnel to marauders. Hostile wildlife is 10.3%, and iconoclast recruitment 17.4%. So their biggest deal that is their all for illness, personal leave, 9%. Different. Reconciliation with the board remains a long-term goal, but the immediate concern is defending the city from hostile elements. Repairing damage to the city walls consumes approximately 32.8% of our annual budget. Best solution would be an influx of skilled defenders and weaponry, but given the aforementioned factors and their effects on the local population, such a solution remains unlikely. Maybe I could work on trying to get these iconoclasts back over to the settlement as defenders. Just drop them down a good bit. Working slogans. MSI, our profit margins are stellar. MSI Saltuna, 43.2, 28% more nutrient dense than the leading brands. Stellar Bay, a tolerable center of commerce in a hostile and chaotic galaxy.
No one saw me trip over that, right?
But
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
no, you have a meeting with me.
Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Nope. Definitely not. If I have to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in the Sprat Fuck colony, I'm going to stab someone.
Yes,
Yes.
that's it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems with a drawing board.
Exactly
Thanks
what
to
you're
the
hoping to
so-called hazard
accomplish.
clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly.
That it is.
Intellectualism
That it
fuels the
is.
train to mankind's future. But the tracks
The only
train
reason
runs
why you
on
don't see
are
any
forged
states
from
secede from the
practicality.
nation.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne
Well,
fruit,
if we could
then
link
perhaps
you
it's time
with
to put it
Sarah.
into our own hands.
Like if we could link you up with the people I just liberated, we'd be fine.
It's
Somebody
true,
knows what's going on.
our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a
Right.
two-pronged approach.
That's
and
my
the first
wife right
part
there in a
involves
nutshell.
seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance. In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Aw.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you?
Is there anything else that I can get out of this guy?
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback
I
makes
liked
it into
him.
his review.
He's a
What
good
else can I do
face
for
to
you?
see when you land.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. What can I do for you?
I don't really need to know all that. Alright. We've got quite a few missions to do. Not a lot of time to do it. Alright, so this is the yacht club. Which I should
wonder sometimes
go
what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
Yacht club. Up the stairs. And
You're not listening to
talk to this
New face, huh?
douchebag.
You from off-world? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking. It ain't any one thing but the sum of longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
Yes, you do, but that doesn't
Sure
mean
thing.
that you can
What did you want to
set
discuss?
unrealistic expectations. Your whole damn freaking colony is having a problem.
Nope. I'm calling her bluff. If she wants to threaten us, we'll see how she likes it when Sanjar finds out she gave Sublight even more dominion in Stellar Bay. If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them rumors. We got no proof they're true. I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon. Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? Not forever, but we've each saved, and I stashed him safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least.
Alright. Well, let's talk to Velma about this stupid crap now. You got some really crazy hair.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's hiding. All over the place, trying to crawl away. getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn Rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Shut the fuck. Fair. I deserve it, though. On account of being the best.
My dad always kept his firearms and liquors in different lockers. Said it wasn't safe to mix them.
Out here, if you ain't a buzzed, you're liable to notice the stench of life. The grit in the air. The dust in every drink and the blood on every boot. If you think this is drunk, I gotta, you need to get out more. Sit, partake, buy me a drink and let's...
No.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk
tacks.
business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? Something to clear my head. Oh, you want information for nothing? Very well. I am no match for your your yammering. Here's how to get to Devil's Peak. Go south. Along the road, not the river. Look for the devil horns. Watch out for raps and mana swarms. Marauders. Sulfur pits. And you know it'd really be safer if I went with you. You want to reconsider sobering me up? Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Oof. I will be right back. In like 5 minutes.
Well, I could use a breather.
Alrighty then. I'm back into Anywho. Let's go talk to this Velma chick.
Smells like rat. It does work.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Ma'am, I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need? Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat. Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain the mechanicals decent neither.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. Not ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate. For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
I understand that, but there has to be something.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business. Someone's got to keep the lights on. Fine by me.
It's horrible because this is like one of those things where body is in a bad shape of things. So it's so hard. Maybe once I actually like talk to freaking Sublight about this crap, then maybe we'll be fine. But I just don't see it being realistic right now.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel? Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
God. Okay, you know what? I'll figure something out. In fact, let's check the journal, see what it says. Actually, let's see if we can get this one. Where's that at? Alright, so that goes here. Yeah, that must be in Fallbrook. Journal. That way. Oh, is that going into the ruins? Yeah, that's going into the ruins.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse.
God damn it!
I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse? Said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you know blow your
Laws,
money on
no.
Raptidon?
Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this.
He's sort
Yeah.
of a
Yeah, she
strong,
does.
silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask.
I
Oh,
mean, you're
Mr.
probably one of the
Nandi's doing that thing
prettiest
where he
girls
breathes
on
through his nose
here.
real slowly.
Like,
I'd better get back to work.
you're like literally right there up at the top of her body. Like,
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
See, I'm the same way with women. I love great legs.
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're right.
Okay.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I love that. I love that. What is this? OSI puzzle cube. That'd be kind of cool if it would actually let me. Sometimes to do this. View guidelines for annual self-review. Select font for annual self-review. Format annual self-review. Schedule time to write annual self. Right. Well, Celia, she's doing an excellent job. Why are you self-analyzing yourself so much, guy? Oh my god. Alright. That being said, I'm gonna go talk to that guy. I think he's... Or maybe it has the waypoint already set for him, but... Sure, why not? Let's go. Wait. No, that's not it. That's... the speak with Elemental Cross. Yeah, might as well do that. Jesus, over an hour of just running around talking to people, gaining missions. Jesus.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts. This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grim his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. that about cover it?
What the hell?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grim may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
You're a bitch.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Or I could just shoot you and take it.
I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then.
I have a
and
feeling
if
you
I
need to
never
check
hear
your
another
fucking
word
attitude.
about it,
That's
it'll
what.
be too soon. Something else on your mind?
Check your damn attitude, Jesus. I know things are tight right now, but God, I've never seen somebody like act like that before. Like that's just not that's wrong on so many freaking levels. Like I'm starting to be on Caleb's side here. I don't think I want to do that one, but I'm gonna make it even. I'm gonna start working on my ranged. Because I don't block or dodge. I just kind of go full at it. So, there's just no reason. Alright. Still don't know how to use abilities. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Let's see what that does. Back, bicep. Let's give him that and see what happens. Like, if she wasn't being such a prick, I wouldn't have intimidated her. I really wouldn't have. I would have went with persuade, but because she was being such a douche, I decided to just intimidate her. Because that's just no. And I mean, even like in my intimidation factor, I did make this person kind of realize something. I mean, it did make sense in my mind what he said factor. And I mean, like, it's one of those things where, like, you can't
Have you had time
get
to check on
something
that
for
poster
one
yet?
person and sell it to
I
another.
keep wondering if it's come in. Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old toss ball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Nice. Boom. Completed. Wait, how many? Ah, nice. 625. That's actually not that bad. I wish it was more, but
No, they're crazy.
it's definitely okay.
But they still managed to feed them.
Journal. Stainless steel rat.
Themselves, dress themselves, work together. Gotta be something to that.
All I need to know is
Ah,
that they're on
okay.
the other side of
Awesome.
that wall.
I get to go back to the murder mystery. Oh, hey, this is where I was earlier. Hello, fuckface.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
Berta?
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
I'm making it
yeah?
my business.
What are you saying exactly? Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
Bye-bye, pencil pusher. Too many people. Wrong way.
A fine day for business, isn't it? Anyway, what can I do for you? But that's terrible. What happened? I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually. Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Whoop, whoop. That's another one done. Starting to knock stuff out. Braxton's apartment.
You again! You've really got to stop doing that! Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Excuse me?
No! Okay, maybe, just a little. Braxton always
You
has
can
a good
definitely
stash,
tell
and
in her
I
eyes.
just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the Marauders and the Raptidons outside, you know? Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen and he had some meds on him. So maybe look for him there?
we're in agreement that this
Thanks.
Braxton is probably dead, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Alright, search the house, convince Caleb to return to work. Caleb, hurricanes, out of the stash. Caleb believes Velma has been skimming money out of the warehouse accounts. If you can find proof, he can use that as leverage to make Velma negotiate. Let's do that. Let's do that. I think that's just gonna send me back to... So, how about we go over... Ah, yay. Okay, cool. Awesome. How do I get up there? That's the question. Ooh, I get it. I get it. I almost fucked up.
Great work.
Super! I'm not upset at all for blackmailing her either. Like, that was a douche move, man. Douche.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us? Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
What? I didn't know that was his stash, though. I thought that was leverage, but okay. Alright, well, in that case, let's find something up here. Maybe? I mean, granted, you know, that's gonna be really good bits for me, but I kind of feel bad now. I mean, both of them are kind of douches, but...
Work.
Mushroom keys. Belmont's personal files are Morris of supply contracts, order forms, spreadsheets, and financial records. Careful study of her financials reveals that for the past several years she has been slowly siphoning money from her operating budget into a personal account. Theft is clearly hidden. Individual instances could be excused as rounding errors or mistakes in simple arithmetic. The sheer volume of occurrences, however, indicates deliberate intent. There we go. There we go. Well, man, you got a better increase in pay, but I'm also going to be taking your stash as payment. My bad.
Chair, sit a spell, and revel with us. Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Let's just hope it gives me the option. Okay, maybe talk to Velma instead.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to... Unless you're... If Caleb wants to...
Yes!
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone besides not to show?
Ironic,
And?
isn't it?
The one who keeps this place
Yeah.
running. That money's mine, one way or another. Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Something else on your mind?
Just kill you and have him replace you. That's what I
Velma
should
seem out
do.
of sorts, too?
Freaking, you want, like, that's unethical. Like, it really is. It's just unethical. Like, freaking, oh, well, my employees want to walk away. I'm not going to give them a raise, even though I've been skimming for my own freaking personal benefit.
Why don't you grab a chair?
Really?
Sit a spell and... Sure thing.
He doesn't need to know that, though.
How'd you
Catch
manage
pay
that?
raise.
Wait, never mind. If I question it, it'll turn out not to be true. Besides, I never follow how you got Velma to part ways with a bit card of her own accord. Here, take this as compensation. It ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we
Ew.
appreciate all you've done. Now, me and my friends here better get back to work
Bye-bye.
before Velma blows a fuse.
Very nice. We got paid handsomely on that. Alright, let's see here. Journal. Dot, dot. Out there. Yes. Let's hope she doesn't question this.
Hello again, dearie. What can I get you? And far, nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
Go with Honest Abe on this one.
Her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us.
Right?
Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry. I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's terminal upstairs. Even I can't access. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I know.
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie. Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his. The one upstairs, where we store our medicines.
I don't really want to intimidate her. I mean, she's a little creepy, but she doesn't deserve to be intimidated like that. By the way, I can hack into this. Requires a persistent connection to the central communications tower. Connection offline. Now I understand. Okay. This is dead. Alright, I think we are ready to actually set out on something. Oh my god. Gonna start from the bottom, going. Besides, I really want to find this guy. Almost 2 hours and we hadn't left the starting area.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
You reckon a smell?
Yeah, I bet. Actually, let's go with whatever's closest.
Maybe the wind off the sea helps.
That's 654. 160. I can do that.
I wonder what secrets these ruins contain.
I wonder who used to live here. Do you suppose anyone remembers anymore?
Hey, here's what looks like a graveyard.
Watch out, Captain!
Oh. I like this gun.
We were destined to prevail.
I think the Alright, with that being said, I need to change my broadcast. Have it to where like when you're doing like different setups, like have it to where like you could actually have presets for where it was set. That way you could literally just boom and then have everything else go with it, including like your bitrate quality, muting party chat, this, that, and the other. Alrighty, so that's one thing down. Apply. Yep, we're gonna go with dialogue. Boom. Do I still need the vicar? I think we still need the Sweet Awakenings too. That's over in the other town. But let's go get this chick. Anything, I'll just switch out Bravati.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Right? I mean, shoot. Back in Abbeville, Louisiana, that you can, yeah, like there's a certain time of the year where there's a fish cannery that's a couple. You get it all up in the whole city, like it just smells like that nasty fish smell. But the people are nice over there. Nice enough, anyway.
Hello again, dearie. What can I get you? Such a pity, isn't it? But I suppose it's an important reminder that one can have too much of a good thing. Even cost tolerine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I guess I go and do that myself then. It's like either I intimidate her or I open up the supply room. Grab it myself, which is messed up. Alright.
Easy does it.
Smells like rat in here. Oh, it does work.
You're back. Good news? Bad news? All of the above? More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here.
That's a lot of XP that I just got from that, though.
That hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go. Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. There's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
As long as you've got my back, I'll have yours. Welcome to the Unreliable Crew.
You look like a priest. You a traveling vicar?
In a manner of speaking.
Stellar Bay had a vicar once.
Recruited all
He
the
took it upon
companions.
himself to convince Graham's folk to come back to the corporate fold. Kept making the trip between the city and Amber Heights by foot. Kept getting himself into all sorts of scrapes. Day came when I found a book of his in the middle of a raft encampment. And still gripping it, too.
The plan on...
Oh, okay. She's definitely packing some pretty good heat, but her armor's shoddy, which we'll find something for her. Ready as a footsteps sound. Damage to creatures. Threat generated. Let's go with survivability with this one. Ooh.
Unfolds as the plan unfolds. To Vicar and layman alike.
Alright.
I don't mean to judge.
Let's get out there.
Are you ever sober, Ms. Ramnari Wentworth?
Only when I got a job to do. And even that ain't a guarantee.
That's sad. To be honest, as much as I don't like her, I have a feeling that she's gonna turn out exactly like the Irish chick from
Can we talk?
Fallout 4. There's a companion on Fallout 4 who you find in a
Good old Stellar Bay.
arena
The only
thing.
place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
You find her during a mission, and you're in that little arena thing, trying to disrupt the arena. And she had nowhere else to go. Take her in. And to be honest, I fell in love with her. Like, I cleaned her up and everything. She was great. She was amazing. But this one seems to not go the same way. But can't say that too soon. 706. That is... Wait, what? Huh? Huh? I still have something else to do in there? Oh! I totally forgot about that. Wow. As much of a romantic I am, I totally forgot about that. Let's go do that real quick. You know, before we get into all the fight.
Mantiqueens devour their mates after copulation.
Yeah, well, sort of. They kill them, but they leave the body till their swarm hatches and eats it. The first meal is their father.
That's
I'd
fucked up.
appreciate if he wasn't born a Mentosaur.
Slimy man like you might fit in just fine.
You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in the wrong place.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or manticlaws, I've got you covered. Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff. Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues. You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
You know what? How about we put that in the middle? We're gonna put that. All right. I need to start writing that down. Hey.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
Yeah,
Not
I'm gonna
to
go
worry.
with the first
If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back to work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Thanks, lady. Appreciate it. All right. Now, this one was 700 something. 120. 11. What? Why? I need to stop doing that. Family Matter, 490. 6. Alright, so we're going to do this thing right here, and then we're gonna go do the secret people. Because apparently, I'm being an idiot.
A vicar, huh? You a true believer, or do you just like the tithes?
Why, that's borderline offensive, Ms. Reverie Wentworth. Of course I believe. The tithes are merely a well-earned bonus.
I met another believer once.
That's
Pushy
the one
type.
that was in
He thought he'd
there.
been left behind
Well,
for a reason.
let's go do this
Thought he'd find some kind of
anyway.
cosmic
It's the
truth
only
in the
one by
wilderness.
itself, so let's just
Got
crack that
himself
out.
infected by a mantis and drowned in a sulfur pool.
Show the other ones.
Some truth.
Oh,
Can't get
there's a
more
dead
brutally
person
proven
here.
than survival of the fittest. But
What
don't
about
listen
note
to
found on a
all for
corpse
blind
and stuff?
fools. Intellect plays a large part in who stays among the living.
Glad to hear it.
Most of the text on this note is obscured by blood, but you can make out the words Lilia and passcode antediluvian. Interesting.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for that.
Alright, so that one's gonna be pretty far away, so with the secret people. I have to give it to them though. Even though they have like places that look like a dump, they really do know how to like make them look beautiful. Boom.
Everyone all right? I need to talk to you, Captain.
Let's see here. Looks like on a really nice place.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I'm getting real bad fight or flight right now. Watch your step. People ain't this friendly outside city walls.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
You sound like a cannibal.
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The Raptidons and Marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner? I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
Something ain't
You're
right
avoiding the
about this.
question. There is something not right about this.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies?
Rocket candy?
You know, the ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on the front. They don't taste very good, but they make me feel so nice. Hungry, too. That's too bad. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though. I don't know. I'm not really supposed to talk to strangers. Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal. He said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him. They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again.
Sounds like he got murdered.
Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
Perhaps we should skip dinner. My stomach has been a tad unsettled of late.
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
Hey, that's against regulation.
What?
What do you think you're doing? Carry on. Hey, what are you doing in my room?
I'm trying to leave it.
Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you? The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring.
I'll come and open that up if I don't find anything up here. Cause I feel like there really is something very terrible going on right now. That's a big thing of soap. If that is soap. The soup. Sorry, literally like just showed the wife some Team 4-star stuff the other night. And the way I said soap, it sounded like soup. And for anybody who knows what I'm talking about, you're awesome. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. The soup. It's just a Team Fortress, like a little animation. It's pretty great. All right, so other house key. So if I can find this key, I can open up one of these for free. But the problem is trying to find that key.
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner? Sorry, I'm not real good with, names. You got a funny way of putting things. I used to be good with words, but it feels like there's this fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before?
What?
That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Only if you give yourself over to the plan,
man,
Martha.
you look so creepy, and that
May I
freaking
call you
unibrow
Martha?
doesn't make it any better.
By all means, just make yourself comfortable. Company is always a reason for cheer. The Eternal does not desire that we huddle and hide, crowded in by walls. We all share the spark of the divine, and we were made to spread it across the stars. Out here, we are free. And even apart from society, the universe provides for us, as your being here proves. That they do. Though it's up to us to make the most of those opportunities, wouldn't you say? Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
What? Oh, you douchebag. Oh no, I am trapped in here. Crap. Okay, so I guess I'll try to open this one.
I thought I'd seen the worst of
Yep,
humanity
that's
before.
what I was afraid
These
of.
sulfur-sodden assholes. Ain't enough that the raps eat everyone? Now people are doing it too?
Floss, please return to Velma Ballard, our current supervisor of MSI fishery operations in Stellar Bay. Damn. Yeah, I figured he was gonna be dead, but not like this. Definitely not like this.
Can we talk?
All of these plants and none of them are edible. Or in some people's phrasing, eatable! Well, I mean, I guess humans are eatable too, but that's called cannibalism. And it's frowned upon in most societies.
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, it's one of my better qualities.
Rude.
Time to teach you some manners.
Incoming!
I smack you all!
Get up!
Aw.
Get up!
Should probably work on my melee at some point. Oh, wait. Keep sinking. Why did you do that? Why did that happen? Huh? What? Thank you? What the hell just went? What's wrong with my thing? Excuse me? Are you What the hell? It didn't even like keep my autosave or anything like that. What the hell? Why did that just happen? Ah! I just lost damn near 3 hours of progress. Over some stupid bullshit. It autosave. Like legitimately, why didn't it autosave? Like that makes no sense. I guess I'm calling it at that.